Good morning, everybody. Mike Shea in Lakeland, Florida. We're going to talk about IOIs, LOIs, and contracts. So, we're getting into a weird phase. Last couple weeks, I've had just a ton of younger buyers who are under 30. Haven't really thought why that is, but I think part of it is a lack of appetite for what's out there in the job market, a greater desire to be masters of their own destiny and to earn. And I think it's probably subject to some of the efforts on the part of universities and education and social media and guys like Gary Vee to encourage people to become entrepreneurs and kind of take that risk early as opposed to taking it later. As a consequence of that, a couple offers have come in, and in both circumstances, two different buyers, they wanted to submit LOIs or IOIs. So what's the difference? What's an IOI and an LOI? They are exactly what they are. An IOI is an indication of interest, and an LOI is an indication or a letter stating you intend to do something. Both are non-binding. As a broker, they're frustrating. Your attorney loves them. Why do they love them? Because they get to write two documents and eventually a third. Because the LOI has to lead to a purchase contract at some point. Now, there is a place for these things. They exist for a reason, and they tend to exist and serve the larger type transactions. Now, large is a subjective term. And attorneys love to write up contracts and they like to make money. That's their job. But what you need to understand at the lower level, at the level of Main Street, which is generally under $2 million for deals that don't have a ton of complexity to them, these two documents may be unnecessary and they may be problematic. So here's why. An LOI gets produced. It has to lead to an IOI. It has to lead to a purchase contract. That means there's a lawyer on the other side of the equation. That means there's going to be a lawyer on the sell side of the equation, and those lawyers are going to go back and forth to create a document. And that costs money. So who's paying for that? It isn't going to be the broker. It's going to be the buyer and the seller. So when you decide to use these documents, understand the reciprocating cause or outcome that they drive when they're in play. There are standard documents that exist in Florida. There's the BBF contract, which has been in existence for decades. And then, we at Transworld have one that looks very similar, has a couple extra clauses in there. But you can add documents to these things and save yourself some money. We generally don't like to see IOIs or LOIs at the Main Street level because the sellers are at the Main Street level are concerned about how much money they're going to net when they walk away from the deal. So be cautious about deploying these two documents when you're doing your deal and understand the other side of the table and what you're doing to them when you put these things in play. Have a good one.